opportunity. We thank you for guiding us. We thank you for your words. We thank you for dismantling any disruption, whether it's spiritual and physical or any frequency that's not for our highest good. We thank you for delivering this message. We thank you for getting straight to the point. We thank you for clarity for those who come to actually listen and that they're able to take something with them and actually add to their life for the better. All right, so we had a we had, it's gonna be a little spicy today. You feel me? We had a disposition where that you have a lot of people, and this been going on for a very long time. But as time progressed, we have seen that it has tremendously have gotten worse and worse and worse, and it's gonna continue to get worse. And this is how important this message is because a lot of times, and a lot of people are not fully and truly aware to themselves that we're too vulnerable for people to have access to us, whether it's our opportunities, our mind, our love, our dedication, our loyalty to them, and there's many other different things when I speak about this. But importantly, to understand that it's very important for you to protect yourself by all costs, all means. Also, to measure. When I say measure, meaning to evaluate people who are in your circle, people who are in the circle of those who that you are connected to, because it's like a domino. You know what I'm saying? You have an enemy at the far end of the, let's see how I would demonstrate this one. You have an enemy that's in line, right? They're at the far back. But in between that line, all the way up to the front line, these are the people that you have to go through or see through to see that enemy, which could be more than one person. However, that enemy could be sending people that's in this line, or this enemy, it can actually be moving forward as this line decreases. They get closer to you. He or she or them will, excuse me, he or she will present themselves where that they are uh, comfort in your space, and you must rely on the Most High to navigate you dealing with this. This will not end as long as you're having breath to breathe, and it will not end even when you pass on, because this is something that you have to teach those who you care about truly, who are willing to listen. But importantly, to understand that people are going through things, and that you have, or as well, you're still going through things, but you also have to understand that you may not be going through the same thing that other people are going through, but they're comparing. And this is the thing about what I learned about having friendships with people and stuff like that. You come in with good intentions, you showing love, you breaking bread, you checking up on people, you helping people get through whatever they get through or going through, rather to say, while you actually going through your own shit. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're not giving or reciprocating what you're giving out. But then when you cut them off, they have a problem with it. But they act like they didn't know what they said or they done to you. You see what I'm saying? You tell them your secrets, really not a secret. You're just sharing information because you're comfortable with them. So they look at it, you're vulnerable, that you're weak. And the reality is, it's not that you're weak. It's not that you're vulnerable. It's just that you trusted them and you decided to tell them, hey, this is what I've been through, because you have shared something with them and they have shared something with you. And you're like, okay, there's a little unity going on. It's a synchronicity. So why not? They haven't given you any reason. But the first time that y'all fall out, this is when you begin to start seeing different things happen. You will see the frequency, the vibration, you'll see the change, the communication, and so forth. So people have to really truly understand that important information is only going to be given once. When you're looking around, people are not really tending to you. They make it time for you. You know, when I get on this platform, I make it time for other people. I know that if I wasn't ordained, not by man, but by the Most High, then I wouldn't even spend time and quality time and expression and energy to actually want to see your well-being. I don't know if that means a lot to you. Maybe it do, maybe it don't. But when you look around your circle, how many people are really reaching out to you when you really truly need them? You see what I'm saying? And that's what it really all about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, moving forward, you just have people who are trying to figure out how to take what you actually deserve and earn. They don't know about your cries. They don't know about your tears. They don't know about your pain. They don't know about your trauma. They don't know about your story. You can have people in your circle, whether it's family, relatives, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, co-workers, community, whatever, has rejected how you felt, how you feel, what you've been through, how you trying to overcome. As soon as you tell them something, they betray you by telling other people about your business, which we call that smear campaign, slander, gossip. But these are the people that you see that say they are in alignment with the Most High. They call God, Jesus, Yahshua, Yahweh, many other different names. But in all actuality, you already know they're not in line because even though you're not like them, you choose not to be like them. You choose to remain in silence. You choose to continuously to move forward, but something continuously to push you back because you realize that every time you turn around, you got a bunch of eyes and a bunch of people frowning up at you. And you trying to figure out why is these people frowning up at me? I haven't did anything to them. I haven't said anything to them. But the people that you fuck with have said something to them. That's why they frowning up. That family member, that ex, you see what I'm saying? That person that you told no to, male or female. You see what I'm saying? That business that you told no to. And say, okay, I remember her, I remember him. I know how to fix them. And this is the type of mindset that you have to understand that you're dealing with. People keep a lot of thoughts to themselves. And we always have said this important thing. You never know what anybody's going through. That's why I treat people the way that I want to be treated. Even if it's my enemy. If we don't say any words verbally, we can nod our heads to one another, or we can put our hand up and speak. It's not about we got to be friends and we got to be in one and sync and get along. You know what I'm saying? We done heard so many different things, reach one, teach one, and all that shit. In all actuality, doesn't matter if you reach one, teach one. A person still has to do the inner work, which they have to be able to figure out what's best for them. I can give all the advice that I want. I've been doing this for a very long time, but that doesn't mean everybody want that advice that's going to change their life for the better. Some people are stuck and they're not understanding why they're stuck. So that's why I'm here to do the best that I can to help that person help themselves to figure out what's best for them because I'm not on that other side. People not coming towards me or sitting down or having a conversation about what's going on in life and see how it can be fixed. Yeah, they cost a price because it's not free. This energy right now that I'm producing is not free. But because I'm committed of the covenant of the Most High, I'm willing to do it. I don't need to be in no church to do the right thing. I don't need to be in a group of people to do the right thing because God understands that people that's in groups and all this other different stuff, the titles and things like that, they're not living right. And this is two ways they're not living right. One, they know people in the group is doing fucked up shit, and number two is they doing the fucked up shit with the other people. So it's just gonna depend on each his own, meaning each individual. But these are the people that's producing, meaning standing in the forefront of the world, telling them or telling us that they are of integrity, morals, respect, by all means, we treat people fairly, all are welcome, and so forth, so on. But all actuality, it's not true. And the other thing about me is that a lot of time why I'm going to get attacked because I can see past what they're talking about, while there's many other people who cannot see. So when it come down to this platform, for those who don't understand, yeah, they're not going to allow a lot of views here. I'm doing the same shit that everybody else is doing. So the question is, why am I so targeted versus those? They saying the same shit, but the only difference is they're not telling the truth. They keeping people oppressed, keeping them in a box, keeping them as a sheep. You're not a fucking sheep. God made you a sovereign lion, lioness. That's what you are. You have authority. And when you give your authority to somebody who is a peasant, it defeats the purpose of you truly seeing that truth. Yes, you're going to go through stuff whether you conform or you don't conform. But this is what you have to understand. Do you want to conform to God who's going to protect you from all things, the things that you will never see, you'll never hear of? Or you rather be unprotected by the things you're going to physically experience if it's ending your life? And ending your life doesn't necessarily mean a physical death. It can be a death for anything, your marriage, your relationship, how you feel about life, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about relationships, how you feel about family, how you feel about the origin of things. That's what you have to understand. Understanding comes with nurturing it. It's a seed. You take water and you pour and you observe it. You give praise, you be grateful, be thankful. And then it comes from the soil, and then you see the life of it continues to sprout. People out here got bad fruit and they think they deserve good fruit. You can fool people, but you can't fool God. And this is another way of proving to those people who don't believe in the Most High that God exists. You got people stealing every way that you could possibly think, from energy to copycatting to taking the words that somebody say to saying them themselves instead of creating their own. You got people actually doing different type of physical signs. When I say physical sign, you may have somebody who do a cross in front of them, like BMX or X sign. You'll start seeing people copy that instead of do their own thing. I remember one time, man, I was working at this job, and of course we working outside in the cold, so I decided to wear jogging pants underneath the shorts. You see what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you had somebody doing that same shit. It's a lot of things that I used to do that I no longer have interest in doing. And I'm not scared to get on these platforms, but I do know people do copy what I say. They say they don't like me, even though they don't know me, but they watching. And if they ain't watching, they sending somebody else to watch. And they watch from all devices. They don't necessarily have to be here when you especially look at views and say, well, damn, he don't have any views there. People watch it from iPads, they watch it from their television screen, they watch it from computers. I've been known about this because I can see it, and it's okay. I'm not tripping. But at the end of the day, I still have to move forward regardless of what people decide to do or not do. People know what they want to be important in their life versus what it isn't. And people also have to understand that I am telling what God want me to say. They acted like we done had this personal bond and like, oh no, this motherfucker, he done said this XYZ about me. I gotta get him. You can't be exposing what I'm doing. It's not me exposing, it's God seeing what you see and what you do. But then these are the same people that be talking about how they're in alignment with God and glory to God and glory to Jesus and this and that third. And it ain't necessarily had to come from no Christianity. It's just the fact that people are doing it. Oh, I'm a real one. Oh yeah, I keep it real. I'm loyal and etc. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Make sure you hit that follow button and put on your all. Make sure you put it on all so that you can not miss any content. It's appreciated. I see that there's not a lot of support, but at the end of the day, I have to give people clarity and understand that this is not about numbers when it comes down to the truth. This is all about destiny. This is all about alignment. It's all about what the Most High want me to do, and I'm willing to do it. You see what I'm saying? Because see, there's the thing. If people are paying attention the way that they say they're paying attention to themselves or among each other, I'm consistent. Yes, I have to take breaks because there's other things I need to do. I can't be on YouTube every day, all day like that. And I could, but at the end of the day, why should I? Because you want me to tell you a lesson I learned from the time that I've learned it to now is that people don't reciprocate what you're willing to give out. So why should I pour a whole bunch in somebody else's cup when they're not pouring anything in mine? So what that means is based on what the topic is and based on all the things that I've said so far, is that you find people who want to do the same shit, which is pour nothing in your cup while they want you to overfill their cup. I'm not doing that shit. And the thing about it is I knew better anyway. You steady pouring. And I used to point the finger like, man, it's this person's fault, that person's fault. So I know me doing what I'm doing, a lot of people are experiencing it. A lot of people have not resolved the things that they actually trying to resolve, and some just done gave up. But I think the Most High have given me the strength, the courage not to give up. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not giving myself credit. As you can see, I'm not giving some other title or some type of certificate or some type of group of people credit. I'm giving the Most High because guess what? The Most High the one give me breath to live every day. Gives me the mindset to actually go out and do something for myself versus the devil or be manipulating myself or being manipulated by others to follow their track or I mean, excuse me, their path, which is manipulate other people to get what they want because they're too lazy and too conniving to do it themselves. Make sense? So with that being said, moving forward is that I get harassed over and over and over and over. And I'm just like looking like, what do these people got going on to the point where they gotta feel like they gotta harass me? Harassing me is not gonna change the outcome or whatever the circumstance people are dealing with. What's gonna change that is them actually building a relationship with the Most High so they can get the right direction to move in the direction that's needed. But again, people's struggles is not your struggles, and people's problems is not your problem because you got your own. I'll be damned if I'm gonna be a burden to other people by taking my problems or my struggles or my challenges and putting it on somebody else and say, yeah, here, oh yeah, and got my legs crossed or whatever it may be the case of a body symbolism or signature of just laid back with my arms folded like, yeah, I got them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got them doing my bidding. They getting played. And then I come in all lovey dovey and pretend. I'm not cut like that. Could I do it? Absolutely. I could do it better than the ones who attempted or the ones who did it to me. It made me think about this young lady. She told me she'd run circles around me. But in all actuality, I did not deny that, but to a degree. But then I also said, you may run circles around me, but I'm going to have the last say so. And I've proven that. And that goes for anybody. I'm always have the last say so. And nobody knows what the last say so is because no one knows what I'm thinking. It doesn't matter if you do spells and you do mirror magic and do divination and say, okay, he's going, this is coming in his life. We're going to move it. That doesn't stop me from actually moving forward. I am very grateful for what I've been through. I've been through a lot of fucked up shit, bad shit, a lot of bad experiences. But guess what? It didn't break me. I'm not broken. Not broken at all. I laugh, I smile, and yeah, there's people who don't want me to laugh and smile, but fuck them because at the end of the day, if you feel that way that you don't want me to laugh and smile, come to me face to face and show me or make me not smile and laugh. I deserve to laugh. Deserve to smile. You know why? Because I don't let people, projection of the world dictate how I should feel. I don't let that past shit that I see people still struggling with, then I'm telling my story to inspire and to help other people why people may think I'm wasting their time, but their time is being wasted by all the things that's not fulfilling them to make them be able to have a better change or better circumstances in their life. Each his own. This shit is not forced. This shit is delivered and executed and it's stamped by the Most High. It's not stamped by man. I'm not getting paid for none of this shit that I do, but besides the Most High. I'm grateful for the little things. People not even grateful for the little things. I'm grateful for those things. You see what I'm saying? Because those little things, I know how they were accumulated. Man's never been in control, never will be. It's just an illusion. People think the fallen ones, which is the fallen angels, they think it's not real. Absolutely, they are real. That's who control the world. I've said it over and over again, and I'll continue. It's more than what I've said. Anunnaki, reptilians, they are real. You see what I'm saying? Skin eaters, they are real. People say, what the hell is a skin eater? They eat human beings. They're not human. And so when the fallen angels, for example, came here and taught the witchcraft to people, witchcraft is not bad. It's the intentions of what people want to take and manipulate from other people. See, here's the bottom line. Everybody's getting stolen from, but they don't even understand how. It can't be taught in the church. It can't be taught in your circle. It only can be taught by experienced people who have experienced it and who have overcome it and continuously to overcome it by expressing and telling people what to look for, how to look for it, and how to avoid it. You know what? People don't care about that. Why? Because people are focused on what's trending. It really not trending. You know how you know it's trending is not trending? Because you ain't winning shit from it. All you doing is participating and you helping it trend. That's how you know trending is not winning. But when somebody can take time out to help you in your personal experience, or experience that you may come across, you already have the wisdom and knowledge and the understanding how to avoid it and how to overcome it. I never knock anyone for who being a fool, and I never knock anyone who rather or truly want to be wise. Each his own, because everybody has free will. That's universal law, and it's a law of true what you already know that your free will is yours. No one can take that from you. So every mistake that we make and every bad picker we have been, you become either a worse picker or you become a great picker. And I became a better picker, great picker. And people may feel like or say for who may ever come across me, oh, he's paranoid. And you know, I used to hear that all the time, like, oh no, man, you paranoid. And what that was, my tuition is giving me identity or identifying a circumstance that actually can cause harm not only to me but also the other person. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I am the type of person, if I feel like my life is on the line and it's me versus you, most definitely it's gonna be you. I'm not worried about no prison, none of that. It's gonna be what it's gonna be because I refuse to let somebody take me out by all necessary and all means while I didn't come to bring any type of harm to them because they choose to make a bad decision or an intentional decision of ill will towards me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people who do wicked shit to people. People trying to figure out if I'm a witch or warlock and all that. Because if I was a witch or warlock, guess what I would be doing? I would be teaching you how to do fucked up shit. Am I aware of how to do fucked up shit? It's in your DNA. You already know how to do these things without anyone actually consulting you about how to do it. Because you have a brain to go research stuff. You got a brain to go jump in a crowd with people who do this shit. You also have a brain that you can do it individually where you don't need nobody to do it. You also have a brain where you can connect with negative spirits or the devil itself, whatever the devil is. Now, the devil real, yeah, it's some type of dark entity because that dark entity has presented itself back in 2016 to me. And that's just what it is. I said, well, damn, if it presented itself to you, you must have been doing something wicked. But people know by if you paying attention, if you don't know the difference between good and bad, then it's not meant for it to be understood. But people know that I don't produce anything negative. But I also tell people that God's judgment is justice. It's not about revenge because God is the only one that's gonna give revenge on people. I don't have to give revenge on people. And also I don't have to do things to people because people do things to them. So that's how I be winning. People try to be like, damn, I can't get him where I want to get him because I'm not retaliating with what you're doing. I'm actually ignoring it, paying it no attention. Just like the people in my past, I'm paying them no attention because when I was president, you paid me no attention. You neglected it, you abused it, you you did everything that was known and unknown. I don't have to know all the stuff that you done, but what you did do was enough that I know for a fact that the average person would won't be done. You see what I'm saying? So all is well. Damn you back. Return the sender. Oh, we got the trolls now. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we got y'all here. Good. And also, just to put it out there, I do know that people are using trolling accounts because you're scary. You're scared to put your picture up. For those who I'm talking about, scared to put their picture up. And again, I have to say it again: return the sender. Damn you and your whole bloodline. The hell wrong with you? But anyway, let me see something. Yeah, I come up with all these different things. Uh, let me see. And come up with all these different things. But see, your bottom tier. And let me tell y'all something too. I will tap in every now and then a little bit just to call people out, but I don't be focused on that because when I'm walking forward, my head is up high, and anything below me, I can't see it. So if I'm looking below, how can I focus on what I'm actually seeing in front of me? So there's a lot of people who below my feet, like gum stuck to a shoe. They call it in the South, but in the North they call it sneakers. That's what it is like with people. You know what I'm saying? I do also know about the infiltration, meaning the people that is around me watching and gathering information, all that. The information is limitless. And what that means is infinite. And it's too much information that people can't even keep up with. So I'm never disturbed or bothered by any of those things because in all reality, nobody can touch me. I'm right here. I'm talking all day, every day, with and without. Friends, no friends, relatives or relatives, opportunities or no opportunity. I still don't stop. And that's a threat, and I get it, and it's understood. And that's how I know people can't fuck with me. And also another thing, all the witchcraft, I know about all that shit. I don't have to see faces. Faces already seen before it even present itself. You're talking about something that people are doing that they truly don't understand, which is spiritual work, spirituality. You're talking about a spiritual realm that people don't even know who the hell they are. They're scared to look in the mirror as it is now. You know what I'm saying? People scared to even tell the truth, who they truly are. I'm not one of those people. I tell the truth. I don't have nothing to lose. You see what I'm saying? I got more to gain. I may not be liked for telling the truth. I may not be fuck with, which means people like, well, I'm gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He keep it real, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, they can say one thing, and motherfucker ain't gonna lie to you. He gonna tell you what you don't want to hear, because people like for people to tell lies to them according to their actions. Is it healthy for them? Absolutely not. Do it help them? No, it keeps them stuck. And then they running around thinking that they supposed to receive something or maintain something or get something. You can't maintain and receive and get something if you actually standing in false, lies, deception, manipulation. Listen, in this journey, not only now, but just as long as it's been going, I've encountered so many different type of people from many different races, if you want to calculate that, where that these individuals feel like they're better than me. They're in competition with me, but why nobody's telling me about the competition and what are we competing for? If we competing for a woman, shit, it's a billion plus. My type ain't your type. I got taste and motherfuckers don't got taste. And I ain't knocking no female on any level. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna simplify that because I do have respect for women, even though we all got our troubles, we got our trials and tribulations and problems. But I'm not gonna use them as the pawn, as a decoy to say what I would say to a man when it comes down to how I am as a man. Things that certain men do, I don't think about doing, never thought of, never will. Pure, a person who are pure or is pure is not gonna be doing fucked up shit to themselves or anybody else. Point blank, period. That's what it is. And I can say that for women as well, versus speaking on one side of the story. I see you. What's up? Thank you for the message. Thank you for watching. Shay. Anyway, but yeah, I got people trying to pretend that they friendly. I can see straight through that shit. I don't have to tell them. And even when I do tell them, motherfucker, they get mad. And they get mad with in silence and movement based on the fact that I don't have to say nothing. So yeah, I'm not tripping about none of that. I know what time it is. I know there's people in high places orchestrating a lot of stuff, but they ain't bold enough to come see me. They'd rather send a crash dummy who gonna get stomped on. You see what I'm saying? Because they already know just by the things they already seen what time it is. Ain't none of them survive. There's none surviving. And that's without me even putting my hands on anybody. So yeah, the Most High gonna guard me, the chosen, and whoever else because he understand if we was to get our hands on somebody, he already know what we gonna do. Know what it is. People like to play these games by themselves. That's who they playing with. Whether my enemies watching or not watching, playing games by yourself. You ain't playing with me. I don't entertain immaturity and I don't entertain children who are old enough and know better to be doing the things that they're doing. I got time to be monitoring no grown ass man or woman or group of people known or unknown. And that just means people I don't know is unknown and people I do. And let me tell you another thing about this thing is a lot of people that I know of, that's what it boils down to. I know your name. I may know where you're from. I may know a little things that you like to do, but overall, I never know you because internally, I don't know what you got going on inside of you. I don't know your trials and tribulations. I won't know them all because you're only gonna tell but so much. People will fear of how people are gonna react if they open up. I'm not one of the people, but I'm very aware and I'm very cautious about how people will take what you tell them and misuse it and turn it into a negative thing versus a positive thing that it is. People don't have their shit together. Point blank period. Try and make it look like you got it together because you got a car, a house, and you have some friends or whatever you consider them those individuals. Doesn't mean you got your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Putting on clothes doesn't mean you got your shit together. Being in certain groups don't mean you got your shit together. Having a certain amount of money, a certain type of status, a certain type of influence don't mean you got your shit together. It don't because you know how we know? Because you wouldn't be spending time running around hating other people trying to compete and try to make sure that as you consider competition doesn't match what you're doing or actually overcome what you're doing. But I know that the Most High work in mysterious ways. So with that being said, I don't even know what the Most High gonna do. That's why they call them the magician, the mother and father, the magician, and the mother and father, which is the Most High, doesn't miss, and that's the blessing. So I don't have to worry about my enemies. I don't have to worry about them incantations, them curses, them enchantments, them dark spirits, that evil eye, that graveyard work, that mirror magic, that glamour magic, that beauty magic, that stay in the house magic, that stay away from him magic. You know what I'm saying? Don't go cursing the platform magic, whatever. I don't have to worry about none of that because this is not about me anyway. This is about the Most High. And the Most High ain't doing nothing but setting people up. They're coming in. It's like a rat. You put some cheese on a mice trap, and the rat is hungry. Even some rats are greedy, and they'll take the time out, and they have experienced, many of them have experienced their own rat center, is what I'm going to call it. Center means a bunch of rats have witnessed other rats go into the same identified mousetrap, no matter what size it is, and they will go and do the same thing and expect a different result. But in all actuality, there's a time and place for everything. That there's an ending that comes to people's demise. So no, I can't have sympathy the way that I was programmed as a child and a teenager and a young man to have a certain empathy for people who have wickedness towards people who are never willing to stop. They're willing to pretend, but they're never going to stop. And also, it reminds me of uh, in the Bible, it says that Yahshua, aka Jesus, said, "Turn the other cheek." I'm not turning the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? And what that means is I don't have to retaliate, but I most definitely don't have to accept people's shenanigans towards what they do to me. And that's impossible for me to go through this thing that I see a lot of people struggle with. It come down to people betraying. You know what I'm saying? Have to cut you off. You was never meant in my life. Anybody who's not around me at this particular time is understood they were never meant to be in my life. And those who refuse, those who are going to be sent, is not to be meant in my life. You know, and then people know this thing is seasonal. Some people are meant infinitely, and some are seasonal, where there's some things that you need to learn about yourself as well as those individuals that you come across. Is vice versa. For them, you're learning, they're refusing. And that's the difference. And this is what makes you thrive versus they asking all these questions, why this, why that. You're actually showing them what they could be doing, should be doing, but they refuse it. And so they figure out, excuse me, they figure out if they go and figure out some other low vibrational spell that it will actually allow them to be able to do something beyond that. And another thing, a lot of y'all don't be using pictures, so I already know that y'all lurk accounts. So I'm gonna start speaking. I'm only speaking to people that got pictures on their page because we already know what time it is when it come down to people doing what they're doing. But yeah, this is crazy. I can't lie. This week right here, they went hard with spell work, and they still doing it right now as we speak. I see a pot. I see the concoctions, a lot of herbs, a lot of anger, a lot of saliva's coming out in the mouth. I see like 4 or 5 people right now doing something, speaking over the water. Excuse me. sending curses and things like that. But them curses are boomerang. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's so crazy. They know, majority of the people know the spiritual laws or the law of the air or universe, universal law, and they still would do it anyway. Like me learning from people's mistakes, if I was to ever consider, which I would not, think about doing dark shit to people, their demise is enough for me to know for a fact that I'm not going to escape. So why should I go do what they're doing? Oh, I could do it better than you. I'm not even wasting my energy and time to be talking about I can do it better than you when my enemies are scared to show their face. And those who say, well, you know who I am, we've run across each other at some point. I don't know you. I know nothing about you. You would never confront me and told me anything. And then if you have, or if you was willing, the reality is you don't have no solid reason to because we don't know each other. I've never had no altercation with these people or even people in the past. Me being me is a conflict for them. And them pretending to be something else is a conflict for them. It has nothing to do with me. All people thought that I was some type of motherfucking sponge and they thought they was the party the whole time. They ain't have no gifts, they ain't have no energy. And me coming around made their life better. It made them be able to take a break mentally and emotionally from the shit that they hide and cover up from other people to not know what they're actually going through or what they've been through or what they've been doing, what got them in the place that they're actually at. So I am the party. People thinking that I'm missing something. I'm not missing anything. I know what I bring to the table. I know who the hell I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not running out here forcing myself to fit in at all. But the drums don't stop, folks. And that's just the bottom line. So nobody's tripping about none of this stuff going on. People are forging through this, persevering. Nobody got time to stop at a light when they don't mean stop when the light says green, which means go. I don't regret anything and any decisions I've made to this point. At the time, it was foggy, misty, and unclear because I asked those questions like, why? The Most High revealed why, because I was willing to stop getting in the way and surrender, as they say biblically. Surrender to the Lord and cast all your cares upon Him, that you shall have peace. There's some things in the Bible I must say have some truth, but overall, I'm winning. That's what it is. No one can change my mind. I'm not fooled by illusions when it comes down to this physical world. I'm not fooled by status. I'm not fooled by anything. And there's a lot of people who will never get close to me, and there'll be a lot of people as I move forward will not get close to me. It's not about not liking somebody. I'm gonna like you from afar. And I do know the people that I'm around, I'm be observing the people that they around. And we will have a conversation. It's not telling them what to do, it's telling them what I'm gonna do. But as long as they're connected to these people that I know that people are connected to that fucked up, I can't fuck with you. It's a liability. And liabilities don't last. They're cheap, they don't cost a lot, and they're replaced. That's why you have a such thing called full coverage. Full coverage on your insurance is all I'm dealing with. It can get damaged, but the qualifications requires that it's going to be fixed. Liability insurance, you don't get anything fixed at all. So I most definitely know for a fact. I know what people mask is like, personality like, and people are inconsistent. So it doesn't matter if they do spell work, magic to cover that up, cloak themselves. That shit is seen because you're trying to trick God, and God see through it. So it is what it is. Nothing changes. You feel me? But anyway, peace and blessings to all. If you like the opportunity to learn more, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. Until now, until next time as well.